So did anyone buy any Bitcoin recently, or... Hello people, you do not know how happy I am that I can finally chat to you again on my channel, and I have my YouTube channel back. Thank God. Now, a lot of you may know or you may not know, and this is the first time you're hearing this. Maybe you've been wondering where I have been and where the channel has been. But recently, as of Saturday last week, I had my channel stolen from me thanks to some hijackers, which basically it is kind of my own fault, but at the same time, I'm not the only one that's fallen for this scam. I'll talk about how it happened and everything today, but it's been a long and stressful period to try and get my channel back. Thankfully, here we are. I mean, I'm actually recording this before I even get it back, so kind of preempted. Let's hope that doesn't bite me in the ass. Now, this is just a video really to say what actually happened, how it happened, and if you have come here because your channel has been hijacked and you kind of want to know how to get your channel back, then I will explain the methods that I went through later on in this video to try and help you retrieve it. And using the same method as I did, the form that I used is linked down in the description. But what actually happened is I received an email last week, or the week that I got hijacked, I received an email from a potential sponsor. And I've only really had a couple of these before. One I didn't really pay much attention to, and one I went through with, and it was fantastic. It was a great sponsor for the video, and everything was fine. And I don't think if that had happened beforehand, I really would have been in contact with this new sponsor, because the situation I had just seemed to be great, and it was easy sponsorship. So I kind of fell for it. They messaged me with a website. The website looked legit. They told me about a program that they wanted me, that is upcoming, like about to come out, that they wanted me to advertise. That was also advertised on the website. Everything just seemed completely normal. Not to mention when they asked for my price of what they would like to sponsor 3 videos on the channel going forward, they were negotiating. I mean, why would scammers negotiate? They would just surely take the first offer. And at this point as well, I gave them a high number than what I usually would, because I was very wary of what was going on. And to be honest, I wasn't really that bothered about it until they started negotiating. I thought, well, it must be a credible sponsor. It must be. And naive me fell for it. Unfortunately, they asked me once we agreed on a price to talk about the things that they wanted me to bring across, which of course most sponsors would want you to do. If they're paying you for a service to advertise their product, they're going to want that product spoken about correctly. So I told them that's fine. Send me a document with all of the things that you want me to say, details and everything like that, and I will record a video at the start, send it to you beforehand so you're happy with it before we go ahead with the advertisement. They said yes, and they sent me a document, and this is where it all went wrong. Now, unfortunately for me, the document that they sent was a virus or malware software. I don't quite know the correct term for it. I'm not really clued up on these types of things, but it was bad, viewers. It was bad, and I stupidly opened it on my computer without going through and scanning it first, I guess. But because of how credible these sponsors seemed, I don't know, I just was a bit complacent, I guess. I seen a document, I thought this is a script, just wanted to see what it said before I was carrying on with my day, and I opened it on my computer. The document didn't actually open, the format would not open on my computer, so I asked them to send a correct format. They agreed, and they said tomorrow, because it was late on a Friday night, that they would send me a document. Now, that document never came, and unfortunately, the next day, as I was uploading the video, it signed me out of my YouTube account. Now, I was thinking, that doesn't ever happen. That's never happened whilst I've been uploading, or even I just have it on a browser. That has never signed me out automatically. So that was the first flag. I thought, uh-oh, something's gone on here. As soon as I clicked to sign in again, I noticed that it was a different email address, phantom something with an F. So if you do see any emails from that, then ignore it or report it. And yeah, my Google account, not my YouTube account, the Google account attached to my YouTube account had been hijacked. Now, what that basically means is that they were able to go onto that Google account, kick my email off of it completely, so I had no access to it whatsoever. But before they even did that, they very clever way. I don't understand the software and how they even managed to gain my password or get around the two-step verification to even get on there, because I had two-step verification set up. Okay, I wasn't stupid. I had that set. Well, I am stupid because I fell for it. I had the two-step verification set up. I was trying to be safe. Yet that piece of software still managed to get around it. When I seen that it was the email address, I tried retrieving my account. All of the details where it would normally send to my mobile number or send to my authenticator app was to this other person's mobile number. Completely deleted anything that I had safety features off of my Google account. So I literally could not access it. And from this, then within the hour, then my YouTube channel name had changed. And an hour or so after that, as a lot of you guys seen, they started streaming Bitcoin, which they pretended to be Binance, a company who is really popular in online currency, but I don't really think it's that company because they are way too big to even think about doing something like this. I think it's another scam because of they didn't have any links or anything. I don't really know, but it was definitely another scam anyway. And little by little, parts of my channel were disappearing. Videos had all gone. The only thing they really left was the about page, and the name had changed, the profile photo had changed, and all of a sudden, like 7,000 people are watching live. Whether that was you guys, I don't know, and you were watching there in frustration, as I was, not being able to comment because the chat was off. I don't really know whether that was you guys or not. If it was you guys, then I'm seriously considering going live on YouTube in the future, because 7,000 people on a Saturday night, I mean, yes, please. If that's the case, then yes, we'll start live streaming on YouTube, viewers. So anyway, how did I get my channel back? So it was quite a long and arduous approach. Don't think this is going to be an overnight situation if you have had your YouTube account taken away. First and foremost, you go into panic stations. Of course you are. This is your livelihood potentially. This is the channel that you have put hours and hours of work in every single day like I have, and it's now gone completely. The important thing is to try not to panic, because at the end of the day, you've been hijacked. You've been hijacked. Like, you will, as long as you go through the correct steps, you will get your channel back. So I've contacted a few different people. I was recommended to contact Team YouTube on Twitter, so at Team YouTube. Spam them with tweets. Spam them with tweets, because the first tweet they didn't reply. Keep tweeting them until they reply, and they will DM you. Once they have DM'd you, they will ask for a certain email address, which is not linked to the one, your YouTube account, but linked to a Gmail. If you have a Gmail account, that's what they want. So make sure, really, you have a Gmail account, because it just makes the situation so much easier. It really, really does. Going forward from that, they then sent me a form. Now, I had already filled out this form because, thankfully for me, FM Scout, of course, the channel that I do a lot of videos for, and Stan from FM Scout, of course, we're on great terms now, and I'm still doing videos for them, still really enjoying that partnership. They got in contact with me straight away, trying to help me. I didn't contact them, they got in contact with me straight away, and managed to send me this form that they had already preempted was going to be sent to me. That's linked in the description, by the way. I've put that in there for you if you ever need it. And that, obviously, I filled that out, and that's when the contact of getting my channel back started to come into action. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, because I was horrendously frustrated with this whole situation, and you will be too, because this is not a quick deal. It really isn't. You get an email from them every 24 hours. Really, that's what it felt like for me. They replied to me once within the hour, but it was just to apologize that they couldn't give me any other updates. The rest of it is literally every 24 hours. They were contacting me, like, obviously I'm in the UK, so they were contacting me in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, around that time. So if you are from America, it might be very late evening for you, or if you're anywhere else around the world, it could be middle of the morning, daytime, like wherever it is for 2 o'clock, between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the UK. That's roughly the time that they email me pretty much every time. And it was a long, arduous kind of deal that I had to go through of trying to... I mean, first and foremost, it was really quick at the beginning because they gave me access to get my account back. They basically changed the mobile number that the stuff gets sent to. So instead of that person's mobile number who hijacked me, it was back to my mobile number. So I was able to sign in straight away. However, the problem is they have their account on there. Now, if they have a Google account, if they have a Gmail account, you cannot delete that off there. You can, but the way that they first tell you, you can't. So what you have to do is you have to go on and delete a service, which you'll be able to find it. Trust me, be able to find it, and delete Gmail. If you delete the Gmail, that account will go. Okay, do not delete anything else. Delete that Gmail account. That will just give you an extra day, I guess, because I spent 2 days trying to explain to YouTube that I could not get the Gmail account off. Once I told them, 24 hours later, they asked me to remove it, and I said I couldn't. I told you this already. So 24 hours later, I get another email saying do this. That's how I managed to remove it. Removing the actual Gmail device or Gmail account completely, that will remove the email address off, and then you can go through the process of retrieving your channel back. At that point then it's all down to YouTube. They've got to reactivate your YouTube channel. My YouTube channel was completely taken down. Thank you to everyone who reported it, by the way, while it was happening. So I think that's obviously helped. YouTube has been flagged up so many times that they just removed the channel and took it down. And then, of course, you've just got to wait for them to bring it back. And once they brought it back, you have full access again. So I'm really sorry if this has happened to somebody else. Hopefully this helps you, though. Hopefully this video gives you an explanation of how to get it back. Use the form below. Don't wait for Team YouTube. Don't wait for them to try and guide you through it, because every 24 hours you're going to be losing your mind like I did. Every day I was emailing them 3 or 4 times a day. What's an update? What is happening? I need this. This is money for me. Yeah, you could be losing a lot of money. They don't understand that. They've got so many people, and this is happening for, because so many other people are falling for it. Like yourself, maybe. Don't let it happen to you. Don't let it happen to you. Of course, if you get one of these emails, be very careful. If you have someone who's asking to sponsor you, ask them who they have sponsored before. Check out that video. Make sure it's legit. Even try and contact that content creator if you have access to. They might not reply, but if you've seen the video of them doing it, you know that they're a credible sponsor and they're not going to try and hack you. That's just the step 101 I'll be taking from now on. So there we have it. That is basically how I got around it. That is basically how you might be able to get around it as well. I hope this doesn't happen to you. I really do, because I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. It was a horrendous feeling, and I know a lot of my my viewers were puzzled and didn't know what was going on and were just as gutted as what I was. And that really means a lot. And hopefully you can continue your support now that I am finally back, gracing your screens through this YouTube channel. So thank you very much for watching. Please drop a like for my return. So many videos are going to be coming up in the very near future because I had so many plans before this happened. So stick around, subscribe, like, comment down below. Tell me how happy you are I'm returning, because I will reply with a huge smiley face. See you soon. Bye-bye.